picture while the Fox show was going on of Marge Champion's glowing face when she was smiling. Anyway, so that part is over. All we'd like to do now is to bring up some of the ballroom people from the show, and we're going to have them sign this plaque as well. So I just want to introduce them and have them come up and say maybe hello, and that's it. Not much. This is not a panel, guys. So Rudy Tronto, Frank Pietri, Ken Urmston, and Dorothy Danner. If you can come up. No, don't go so far back there.
Come up front. Come up front. Get up front.
I know there's no makeup. Anyway, we chose this show especially because we have members that are in the show, and it's important that we showcase our members as well. And when we do a panel on Michael Bennett, we want to obviously showcase our members. So anyway, if you have a little something to say about Michael or the show, a little small anecdote, feel free right now.
Well, I was with the original. This is on. Okay. We were all in those workshops that were like 6 weeks, and go off in 6 weeks. And I had a job with the little one, and I said to Michael, a lot of people had left. A lot of late people had left, and I was an extra guy, and I was sitting there for the whole second section. And I said, Michael, let me go because I really don't feel like I'm doing anything. He said, no, I want you to stay. And of course, I had missed all the we had 5 shots that were orange, bananas, green house, just all these names. And I said, I don't remember them because I was gone for 6 weeks. He said, I want you to stay. Beginning of the 3rd week, we read through the show, and he said, Rudy, would you be the part of the bartender? I said, well, I could do that very well, I think, because there are not a lot of bars. Anyway, that's what I started doing, and I only ended up doing the hustle, which I never really learned, but he put me in the back anyway. But I had a wonderful time, and Michael was absolutely wonderful to work with. And can I just do a little plug? I'm connected with a show that just opened a week and a half ago. It's called Don't Leave It All to Your Children. And it's about being over 65, and it has a lot. It's Steve Rossi, Ronnie Schell, Barbara Minkus, and Marshall Rod. We're at the Temple Theater, which is on 47th Street between 8th and 9th. And it's a great, fun show. It's song over age, and I'm well over that. I think I'm the oldest one in the show. I'm 81 now. Anyway, if you feel you'd like to see it, please come by. I'll treat you all to the show. Okay. Thank you very much for letting me go.
Like this? Here we go. I'm Ken Urmston. I wasn't in all the workshops that they did. I just joined it, of all things, the first day in Stratford. He called and Michael Bennett, said, do you want to be the swing? Well, I had no idea I would be covering 17 people. I guess they had in mind if it were a big hit, they would have hired more, I don't know. Kathy Dalton and I were the swings, and I had to learn it by rote, almost. T. Michael Reed was the dance captain. He was absolutely brilliant. He was a young guy, half my age, who was the dance captain of Chorus Line, and that's why he picked him. Because he figured, I guess none of us our age could be the dance captain. And when I went to learn it, I mean, it took him about 3 hours to teach Kathy and I just the opening number, to learn 17 different parts. I mean, it was absolutely maddening. I went on for about 6 in the short time we played, about 6 months, I guess. I went on for about 6 different people, but I got a kick out of it one time. I had been on for Terry Violino, for about 3 performances, and I was coming in for the 3rd. And I felt fairly comfortable because I finally knew what I was doing. And Marianne Niles was my partner, and she talked through the whole show. She would tell me, Okay, good. Take your time. Okay, now go. Because the traffic was absolutely unbelievable. I mean, it was like crossing this. And being the swing, it was like you didn't get a chance to practice or anything. So this night I came in, I had taken a ballet, I was still taking ballet at the time. I had taken a ballet class for Venus to warm up. Came in about before half hour. And they said, oh, you got to go on tonight for Gene Pelton because he just called in 10 minutes ago and said he's going to be out and his part's much more important. We'll just adjust the spacing. So I said, Gene Pelton, I told them all, please call me in the afternoon. If you're going to be out, don't call 10 minutes before the show. And his partner was Barbara Irwin, who, whatever. And Barbara was a fantastic dancer, but really a very, very good actress. So having had Marianne Niles help me through the traffic and all the little things to know, I asked Barbara, I said, Barbara, now look, if you have anything that you want to tell me, don't be shy. I'm not, a lot of swings hate it when they tell them, but that's only after you learn the show. And I said, please tell me anything. You know.
Kenny,
She said,
microphone closer to your face, please.
oh, okay, now can
That way? Oh, here we go. Sorry. That's okay. Is that better? Yeah, now I can hear. At any rate, so they didn't have a curtain because they didn't want, whatever, the chorus line didn't have a curtain, so we didn't have a curtain. So we had about 10 minutes to go on the stage before the audience came in. And I said to Barbara, I said, so please help me. She said, oh, well, I kind of play a character that relies on the man. We've been married for many, many years. And the reason our marriage works so well is I do everything he wants. So I don't really know any of the steps. You know what you're doing, don't you? I said, oh, sure. I mean, in it, we had to be, actually the tango couple, we wound, in the show, with the story, we wound up with second prize. We hadn't even touched each other, you know what I mean? When that 10 minutes, I practiced a couple of the lifts that were very, very complicated. But during the tango, everybody was sitting around, and it was just the two of us dancing. I mean, there was no way to fake it. We had never practiced one step. And the hustle, when I saw them do the hustle, I rang a bell, down. We were dead center of the whole group was here, and we were dead center. I had never practiced one step of it. You know, it was like horrendous. The whole evening it was like walking on eggs like that. We did so much that we even got a bow at the end of the show. At any rate, well, I knew, and actually Bob Aiken was in the audience that night. I don't know how he wound up in the audience, but he said, oh, that was very good. I was like, did you have any idea of what was going on? And later we went to a bar and had a drink and said, how did we ever do that? I think it's only because we've both been professional for so long that we just made it happen. I mean, it's kind of what Dancers Over 40 is all about, you know, that we just made a finished product, even though neither of us really knew what we were doing. You know? Well, she knew what hopefully what she was doing, but at any rate, that was my main story with Ballroom.